Well, hello everybody. It's another time for a teaching video, and today I want to share a little bit of my devotional again with the Justice from the Inspired Justice. Gotta get that. It's kind of a tongue twister when it comes out, but it's from the Inspired Justice Poverty devotional that I got. So today we're doing a topic on motivation in worship, and hopefully this will give you some ideas as to how we can contemplate about being motivated in our worship and how to lead it. Okay, so moving right along here, I'll just read you the information here first, and then I'll give you my commentary or thoughts of how I feel about being motivated in our worship times. Okay, it says from Zechariah 7:4-10. Think you're pretty smart? The following questions are guaranteed to test your insight. You have 30 seconds to answer each one. Did Adam have a belly button? If God is all-powerful, could he create a rock so large he couldn't lift it? If you do what is right for the wrong reasons, it is still right. The first two questions are merely brain teasers. The answers aren't really important, assuming they're answerable at all. The answer to the third question, though, is extremely important. If the answer is no, it requires Christians to examine their motivations for being involved in God's work in the world. Do we minister to others out of our love for them and for the love for the Lord? Do we gather for worship hoping to impress others with our musical abilities or our gifts for speaking? These are questions that must be tackled with brutal honesty and self-evaluation. Now, I kind of agree with that. Before I get into the next part there, I kind of agree with that because sometimes we feel that there's a need or a lack of not understanding about how to be motivated in our worship. Because if we feel at a place that we're not sure of what to say, or if we're kind of being in a place that we don't have enough motivation to do something. Like sometimes my parents will want me to cut the grass or they'll want me to wash the dishes, and they'll just kind of get me to do things that I have to get done. And that's basically doing chores. But sometimes I don't feel motivated to want to even doing them because it's part of what you do every day, and it's a job that has to get done. And it's just certain requirements to be able to let that happen and to be able to take part in doing that. So I think in our worship, it's also considered that as a sense when you do a chore or you do some kind of a job, you're worshiping the Lord as well at the same time. That's kind of being motivated in that sense too. So, in reflection here, it says, the best and most basic reason for worship and for ministering to others is obedience to God. God's instructions in Zechariah are pretty straightforward. Administer true justice, show mercy and compassion, and to one another. Do not oppress the widow, the fatherless, the alien, or the poor. Do not think evil of one another. If we follow these instructions, we do what is pleasing to God. If we don't, we disobey Him. It's that simple. I mean, it's true, because if you don't follow God's examples or His simple reasons to being motivated, then you kind of put yourself in a rut to say, oh boy, how am I supposed to be motivated in my worship? What's that got to do with just trying to follow God's will? Well, the will of God is another aspect for having motivation, because if you don't follow it, then He's going to give you places in a time to, if you're leading worship, He'll just say, no, you don't need, you're not going to sing that song. I want you to sing this one to minister to the people that are hurting. Because they may be lack of motivation themselves in certain situations of whoever that may be. So when it comes to being motivated, you just got to let God sort of give you this guidance and show direction in how to be motivated. Okay? So in response to that, ask the Lord to assist you in evaluating your motives for ministry. Ask Him to bring to your mind any selfish ambitions that may be clouding your focus. Then ask Him to help you realign your desires toward His will. So, if we ask Him every day that, Lord, I want to be motivated so I can be used for your kingdom and good purpose, and to be able to follow good direction for what you have for my life, then you can just really teach me good things to be motivated when I lead worship, or if I'm just doing my jobs or doing something that excuse me, that allows me to place purpose in a certain situation. Like even if you're just cutting somebody's grass or just being a servant to them, you got lots of motivation to kind of be able to get out there and make some money, or even just do what God has for you to do throughout your week. Okay, so now I have a song I want to share with you guys, and it's a really powerful song. And I'm just going to see if I can I'll get things set up here first before I start up. And but with that in mind, thanks for hearing my message on motivation and worship and our teaching, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, take care. Okay, let's try this again, because I know I keep trying. I just was finding it hard to find the right words for this song. So I think I might have got something going here now, and let's give it a shot.
Yes, I will lift you high, the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Yes, I will sing for joy. My heart is heavy all my days. Yes, I will all my days. Yes, I will. Working all things out, working all things out. Yes, I will lift you high, lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. And yes, I will sing for joy. My heart is heavy all my days. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I choose to praise, to glorify of all names, and nothing can stand against. I choose to praise, to glorify above all names, and nothing can stand against. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. And yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Yes, I will. Yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Yes, I will all my days. Yes, I will all my days. Yes, I will. So there you go. Yes, I will. That was a song that's put out by Vertical Worship. If you guys want to look that up on the internet. The chord charts I find are really hard to find unless you go to Song Select or CCLI. You can probably get those songs off of there. But the main thing about this song, like I said already, is that it talks about the highest and the lowest valley, and which I was trying to explain in the one previous videos, but it didn't work out. But as far as I know, that this song really does a lot speak about trying to get over our highest and our lowest of valleys, and when we feel contemplated down. Now, obviously, this will relate to motivation and worship, of course, but to that extent, you can motivate yourself to be more motivated, so that when you're in the lowest valley, you can start getting back up on your feet again and saying, God, help me to be motivated so I can get throughout my day doing different things. Okay, so with that in mind, thanks for hearing my message or my teaching, and hopefully you've learned something out of that, and hopefully this song has really encouraged you today. So we'll see you in the next videos. Take care. God bless.